How to respond to all offers of admission with gratitude. That is the topic of today's video. My name is Craig Meister. I'm a college admissions coach. You can learn more about me and how you can work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process on my website, which is collegemeister.com. I have a colleague. His name is Gary Cantor. He's a Maine-based certified guidance counselor. And just so you know, his website is collegeplacementservices.org. Why am I bringing him up today? Well, I'm bringing him up because I was reading a very thoughtful rant of his, which is published over at my website, admissions.blog. It's linked below. And it's such a thoughtful piece. It's long, but he's verbose. He's loquacious, as they say. And that's good. That's good. I think that's very good. Because he communicates a lot of information that a lot of counselors do not communicate. And one of the nuggets of information in this February rant of his it hit me really powerfully. I've never suggested this to anyone, and I am not above improving my own practice, and this is going to help me do it, and I want to share this nugget of information with you. Again, this information is coming from Gary Cantor. Basically, he argues that for all offers of admission you receive, you should do the following. And I wholeheartedly agree with this. He says, call me old-fashioned, but I think it's a good idea to write a letter or an email to the person who signed the admissions letter, usually the dean of admission. Be gracious, be grateful, especially if they offered you money, and let him or her know how excited you are. Then assure that individual that although they are still, or he or she is still waiting to hear from maybe you are still here waiting to hear from another school or two, you will be getting back to them very soon to further explore their offer of admission. I thought that was so great. I sort of paraphrase some of that, but I thought that was so great. And it got me thinking that this is going to be standard for me from now on. And I encourage you to do the same. Every time you get an offer of admission, take that extra step. Don't just pop the champagne at home, tell all your friends online and your family and celebrate with whatever you're going to do at home over the weekend with your friends, yada, yada. Take the time to express appreciation. Take the time to demonstrate that you are gracious and write the person who's admitted you back. Again, I think it's easy enough to do an email and thank him or her for the offer. Now, if you know you're going to go, you can write a few more lines about how excited you are to go to college X, Y, or Z. Or as Gary suggested, if you're still waiting to hear from a few more schools, you can simply say, this is a very meaningful acceptance letter to me. I'm going to continue to research your school. I appreciate this, and I will get back to you shortly. And I'm so excited for the opportunity. It's made me feel really good. Share how it's made you feel. Because, in this very busy, hectic world today, everything is so transactional. Not a lot of people are really slowing down enough to share when they feel like they've been appreciated. And when you get an offer of acceptance, you feel very welcome. You feel very warmly appreciated. Why not put that good energy back into the world and say basically not you're welcome, but thank you. Thank you back to the person. Thank you for accepting me. I think that's so very powerful. Now you may be saying, Craig, your videos are usually about like how to get into college, how to maximize your chances of admission or money or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And again, most of my videos are very much geared toward that. So you may be saying, what am I going to achieve by doing this vis-a-vis my relationship with the college? Well, I'm not saying this for you to achieve anything more other than showing appreciation, because often the relationship with admissions basically ends just once you either reject their offer of admission or accept their offer of admission, and then you're done with admissions and you've moved on to the academic departments or of the school within which you're going to be attending. And so that's it for admissions. So this is you just putting positive and good, happy energy back into the world and thanking admissions, the person in admissions offering you the letter of acceptance. And of course, you can do this to multiple people if you want. Maybe you had a relationship with someone else in the admissions office, the regional admissions rep or something at some point. Maybe you even were in contact with a coach or professor. You can write them thank yous too and just say how appreciative you are of their help throughout the process or their guidance or the knowledge they shared with you throughout the process. Maybe even tour guide at the school that accepted you. You can write that person a thank you note too. I'm going even hog wild here. I'm saying write thank you notes up the kazoo because it's putting positive energy back in the world. And you may be saying again, you're already in. Why do you need to lift another finger? Well, because you're going to be a good person. because you're going to try to be someone who actually is known for being that much more friendly than all of the other people in the world. And that could pay dividends, of course, in the future, because what comes around goes around, or goes around comes around. And maybe you'll cross paths with those people again. Or someone will say, they really appreciated that thank you letter they got from you. And it may matter in the future. Maybe you'll want to intern or volunteer in that office. But even if you never cross paths with these people again, or this person who's offered you admission again, I still say to do it, because again, it's putting out there that you thought this was such a great event in your life. You got accepted to this college that you worked hard to get into, whether it's a safety, a possible, or a reach. And you want to take a few minutes to thank the person who sent the letter to you and made you feel so good and welcome and accepted that day. I think that is cause enough to do it. I wholly subscribe to this amazing advice. But again, maybe there will be huge dividends to pay in the future as well. Maybe what goes around will come around back to you, and that positive energy will propel you further in life. But even if it officially doesn't, doing that is a wonderful way to celebrate as well. Because celebration is not just about reveling in how awesome you are and how accepted you feel. It's also about bringing others into the fold with those positive vibes. And I encourage you to do that. If you're interested in Gary, again, I will put his link below this video as well. And the link to the full February college guy, he calls himself the college guy rant, where you can get some other important, timely advice if you are a high school senior in the month of February. There's a lot of good nuggets of information in that particular article over at admissions.blog. But again, I want you to think about expressing that appreciation to the person who's accepted you at all of the schools on your list. And again, depending on the timing, you can write those emails at different times. But I think it's lovely to do it as soon as you possibly can, because keep that positive, accepting energy going. And I think that will work out for you in ways you may not even realize over the medium and also the long term. Happy news. My name is Craig Meister. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. And remember, if you want to work with me one-on-one, or maybe a sibling or family friend or cousin or someone wants to work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process, please go to my website, which is collegemeister.com. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and most importantly, stay stress-free throughout the entire college admissions process.